Hi guys, my name is Rebecca Warfield and I'm going to be your English teacher for English 230 Spring Semester 2014. The purpose of this video is just to give you a heads up about my expectations for the course so that way it's not so overwhelming the first day of class. You can get this syllabus on Blackboard and follow along if you like, and of course I will go over all this information when we meet on Monday. So again, my name is Rebecca Warfield. You can call me Miss Warfield. My office is in Morton 105B, and that is on the first floor of Morton Hall. It's in the same hallway as the student restrooms across from the vending machines. And if you go to the end of that hall, there's a little hallway 105 on the right-hand side. It's right before you go outside to the clock tower, and I'm the second office on the right. It's a little tricky to find, but we're tucked away back here. My office hours are Tuesday, Thursday from 11 to 1. I will be in my office during those times for sure. Outside of those times, there's no guarantee that I will be here. So if you need to meet with me outside of Tuesday, Thursday, 11 to 1, you'll have to make an arrangement with me. In addition to my regular office hours, you can meet with me via Skype. My Skype is rebecca.warfield1, and we can meet via Gmail chat, which is also rebecca.warfield1. So the deal with Skype and Gmail is that I'll be logged in during my office hours. So you can just call in, you can Skype in or message me during my office hours if that works for you. But if it is outside of my office hours, you'll have to make a special arrangement. And then, of course, my email is warfieldr, WARFIELDR, at uncw.edu. So those are the ways you can contact me. I do want to let you know if you want me to look at your paper, we need to meet one-on-one. I will not accept any emails asking me to look over paper and then me emailing you back. That's not going to work. So I prefer you come to my office for that. At the most, in terms of distance, we could do would be Skype. So just keep that in mind. The books for this semester. So first, there'll be a number of short stories and some. Oh, excuse me, my phone's going off. There'll be a number of short stories and plays. Sorry, I'm distracted. In this course that I'm going to scan for you and post onto Blackboard. So keep your eye out for those. I'll have most of them, I think, scanned for you by Monday. I might have to add some here and there throughout the semester. But in terms of purchasing, you're going to need to purchase 3 books. And I think you had to purchase 4 books. I only ordered 3 through the bookstore. But that's okay. The 4th one you won't need till the end of the semester. So the first one you'll need is Revolutionary Road. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, good. Kate Winslet. That'll be fun. Cheaper by the dozen. You have to get a copy of this. And then another novel called Quicksand, but Quicksand only comes it's only coupled with another novel called Passing. So you'll have to buy Quicksand and Passing. The 4th one, and I left my copy at home, is The Help. I'll bring it the first day of class so you can jot down the author's name and the ISBN if you need it. But you'll also need a copy of The Help. Otherwise, that should be the only things you'll need to buy for the class. And I think all of those books you can get pretty cheap on Amazon. I think I got most of them for under $3. So hopefully you won't have to spend too much money. So of course you'll need the books and the readings. You'll need internet access. You will need access to your UNCW email, access to Blackboard, a WordPress account, which I will talk to you about on the first day of class or maybe the second day of class. So those will be the things that you need all semester long. For the purpose of time, because I ramble and you don't want to listen to me talk for 25 minutes, I'm going to skip the course description and the course goals, but do know that this is an honors course, and the purpose of the course is to explore women in literature, particularly literature about the housewife. So we're going to read about different types of housewives from different times between 1900 and present day, and really think about how has the housewife changed from the turn of the 20th century to what we know as the housewife now. So that is what we'll be doing. What we will be doing. So on to some serious stuff here. The cell phone and electronics policy. Here's the deal. Even though my phone just went off in this video, I never, ever want to hear your phone go off in class. I do apologize for your phone going off here, but it's a video, not class. So in class, I do not want to hear your phone go off. If your phone rings in class, I will mark you absent for the day. Along the same lines, I don't want to hear your phone vibrate in class either. When you have your phone set on vibrate and it goes off in your bag on top of your keys and your pens and your change and everything else that you keep in your bag, it's louder than it would be if it just rang in the first place. So if I hear your phone vibrate, you will be marked absent for the day. If I catch you texting, you will be marked absent for the day. It is extremely rude to text in class. When I'm talking to you and you're texting, what that is telling me is that you're not paying attention and that you don't care. So imagine that you ask me a question and I do this in response. You would be all over Rate My Professor. You would be all over my end of the semester evaluations, complaining about how I'm so rude, Miss Warfield's so rude. I asked her a question, and in response, she just texted. Well, I feel the same way. So let's be kind to each other. I will not bring my phone to class or use my phone, and you should not either. So if I catch you texting, if your phone goes off or if your phone vibrates, you will be marked absent for the day. Also, along the lines of electronics, I do not allow any laptops or tablets or any other internet-ready devices to be used in class. Unfortunately, in the past, there were too many problems with people not paying attention. So I do not allow them in class. If I do allow, offer some days to workshop your papers, you will be permitted to bring them then. So that is fine. You just can't use any internet-ready device when not specified. Attendance in this class is mandatory, and you really don't want to be marked absent because you were caught texting or something, because I only allow 3 absences. On the 4th absence, you fail the course. So you want to make sure that you're missing class because you really have to miss class, not because your phone went off or something like that. So 3 absences on the 4th, you fail. 2 tardies will also equal 1 absence. I start class on time every day. Every once in a while, I might be 1 or 2 minutes late, but for the most part, I start right on time. So if class starts at 3:30, we will start at 3:30. The way I work the tardies is this: if I am still taking attendance or have not taken attendance yet, then you are present. If I've already taken attendance, if I'm finished with that and you're walking in the door, you're tardy. All right, so 2 tardies is 1 absence. Also, I will not respond to any emails that ask me what we did that day or if we did anything. If you missed, of course we did something. We're always doing something. You have to ask one of your classmates for that information. I will give you time on the first day of class to collect each other's names and contact information, so that way you know who to contact. In terms of contacting me, again, I'm not going to go over all those different ways that you can, but I do want to note here, when you're emailing me, I do want you to keep professionalism at the forefront of your consciousness. I'm not asking that your emails are perfect. I know that's impossible. I mean, typos and things happen. I make typos all the time. That's not that big of a deal. But I do want you to maintain professional etiquette in the emails that you send to me and your colleagues. So what that means is I'm looking for 3 things. 1, a salutation, which is where you address me or whoever you're writing your email to. So you might say, "Dear Miss Warfield," "Hey Miss Warfield," "Hi Miss Warfield," whatever it is, right? Doesn't have to be super formal. You just have to address, me as a person you're writing an email to. Then, of course, you have the body of your email where you ask me the questions that you have or tell me whatever it is you need to tell me. And then you have the closing, which is where you sign your name. You can put "Sincerely, your name." "Thanks, your name." You can just put your name. I just put my initials, right? That's fine. I don't really care how you sign the email, but you need to sign it. So you need a salutation, a body, and a closing. If I receive an email from you without one of these 3 parts, I will respond to you asking you to resend the email properly. After that, I will not respond to any of your emails that are not using proper email etiquette. Right? So make sure you're doing that. This is good practice for the professional world. You should be practicing this in every email you send, whether it's to one of your professors, to a friend. It doesn't matter. You should always be doing this. Okay, so on to the things that you care about a lot, your assignments. So in this class, you're going to have 5 one-page response papers. Each one is worth 100 points. You will have 1 final research paper worth 300 points. You will have 10 blogs worth 10 points apiece, and you will have a timeline project worth 100 points. I'm not going to get into great detail about what each of these means, but I will give you this to think about before we meet. I will not be assigning you any prompts for anything in this class except the timeline project. So all of your response papers, your final research paper, and your blog, you must be able to create your own analysis for the assignment. This is an honors course, so you are expected to be able to critically think and develop ideas without being prompted. Now, we'll have a lot of conversation in class that I think can help you come up with ideas, and we can even talk one-on-one about certain ideas, but I really want you to critically think and start developing your own ideas without a ton of input from me trying to steer you in certain directions and such. The class is total at 1,000 points. I do plus and minus, so make sure you remember that. In terms of late work policy and deadlines, I just don't take late work under any circumstances. As of right now, all the due dates are already posted on Blackboard, so you will be able to see what's due when between now, which is January 9th, to the end of the semester. By the first week of class, I'll have all of your reading assignments up and ready to go, so there's no excuses for not knowing when things are due or when you need to have your reading done. On top of that, you have quite a bit of time between each assignment. Each response paper has at least 2 weeks in between, except for one at the end of the semester, I think has a 1 week span. But otherwise, you have plenty of time to get your work done. And I take all of your work electronically. So if you can't be in class that day, you can still email me your work. The deadline for everything is 11:59 p.m. The day and time that my email says you sent your assignment is the time I consider it submitted. So it is in your best interest to make sure that you send your stuff. I would give yourself at minimum a 2 hour, window before the due date to a due time to submit your work. But you need to prepare for certain technology malfunctions and delays because they do happen, right? They happen every semester, and I won't take technology as an excuse. So make sure that you are paying attention to your deadlines and have your work in on time. On top of that, if your computer breaks, I'm sorry. I know that sucks and it's really frustrating and expensive, but that is not an excuse for late work. There are 1,000 computers on campus that you can use if yours breaks. I know it's inconvenient to have to, walk from your dorms to the library or drive from your apartment, onto campus to use a computer, but you're going to have to if your computer breaks. Let's see here. I'm going to skip over a little bit of this stuff here. So, extra credit. If I decide to offer extra credit, it is at my discretion and my discretion only. The only way I'll offer extra credit is if there is something happening on campus or some sort of event that pertains to class. I do not give extra credit because you want extra credit. If you ask for it, in fact, I'm probably unlikely to give the class extra credit. Also, I don't do extra credit for lazy classes. If you're working hard, I might find a way for you to get a couple extra points. If you are not working very hard as a class, then you probably won't receive extra credit. Excuse me. If I do offer extra credit, you can only receive up to 10 points for this semester. So no more than 10 points, no begging for extra credit, work hard, and you might be able to get a little bit. Let's see here, on to the next part. Formatting. Everything you submit in this class in terms of papers, so all of your response papers, your formal research paper at the end, they must be in MLA format. If they are not in MLA format, you will receive a 0 on the assignment. If you cannot put your paper in Times New Roman, 12-point font, double space with the proper heading, header, and title, this isn't the arena for you. So I will teach you how to do MLA format in case you don't know, so don't worry about that too much, but do know that I take this seriously. It's not me being a jerk. This is just about paying attention to detail, right? If you're applying for a job, they ask for certain things, right? And if you don't meet that criteria, if you don't follow the directions, they're not going to look at your job application. If you're applying for a grant and if you don't meet the format that they ask, they're not going to look at your proposal. So this is just practice for the professional world and practice paying attention to detail. Also, your papers must be in a .doc or .docx format. If they are not, you will receive a 0 on the paper. That is me. That's just me. I have to do this because I grade your papers on Microsoft Word. So if it's in Pages or RTF or a Word Perfect format, I can't open your paper and I can't grade it on Microsoft Word. So do make sure it's in the proper format. If it's not, again, you'll receive a 0 on the paper. Turnaround time, I will do my very best to get your papers back to you as soon as possible. I have 4 classes this semester, 25 students apiece. That's 100 students. Every student is turning in at least 4 papers. Some of them are turning in more. So it's hundreds of papers I have to grade, and that takes a long time if you want quality feedback. So I ask you to be patient, and I can promise you this. I will have your papers back to you before the next one's due so you can get that feedback. I can't promise you'll have them back in a week. I can't promise you'll have them back in 2 weeks, but I will have them back before the next one is due. The next few things here are about disabilities, violence and harassment, diversity. We can talk about those the first day of class. I do want to take a moment to talk about academic honesty. All of you pledged the honor code when you came to UNCW, so I know that you know that cheating is against the rules. If I catch you cheating, I will turn you into the dean and you will fail the course. There are no second chances. You don't just get a F on the assignment, you get an F in the entire course. So in case you don't know, I am here to tell you, buying a paper off the internet is cheating. Copying and pasting something without citing your sources is cheating. Turning in something you wrote for a different class is cheating. Turning in a friend's paper is cheating. Having someone write a paper for you is cheating. If I catch you doing any of this or any other form of cheating, you will receive a 0 in the course and I'll report you to the dean. No exceptions, no excuses. You know, I know you know, and if you didn't, you know now. So please don't cheat. It's not worth it. I catch students every semester. Just don't cheat. So with all that said, I know that's a lot of information and a lot of kind of strict policies and like a super serious Miss Warfield here talking to you. But I do want to say that I think we'll have a good time in this course. It's not going to be easy. It's an honors course, and I'm just not really well known for being an easy teacher. But I think we can have a lot of fun. That's really up to you. It depends on what you bring to the class. If you bring your A game every day, I'll bring my A game every day and vice versa. And I think we can have a really good time. So make sure you're doing your readings. Come to class with a good attitude. It's as fun as you're going to make it. I like to think I'm hilarious. Some people don't think that's true, but I guess we will see about that as the semester goes. But hopefully it will have fun. You're ready to work hard, and I will meet you on Monday. Have a great weekend.